Hi, I'm Mak. Hi, I'm Ruckus. And together, we're Maximum Ruckus! Yay!
Sean Combs, right?
Of course.
Founder of Bad Boy Records.
Mm-hmm.
Producer of, Notorious B.I.G. amongst
Yes.
many others.
Mm-hmm.
So famously, he changes his name a lot.
Okay.
Started as Puffy, then Puff Daddy, then P. Diddy, then
shit.
just Diddy. Then
These are all the same people?
Oh yeah. No, this blew my mind too. I mean, I was probably like 17 or whatever when I learned this. But yeah, like Puff Daddy and P. Diddy are the same person.
Get out.
Yeah. I believe for a while, his name was Sean Don't Call Me Diddy Combs. And then he went back to being called Diddy again.
Of course.
Yeah. How you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his many names. I think he went by just the name Love for a while, which might have been a Prince reference.
Yeah, that's who.
Because Prince changed his name.
Yes, to the
symbol.
The thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To try to get out of a contract with his record label.
Did it work?
Didn't work. Turns out, not how contracts work. You can't change your name and then you're not liable for the contract you signed with your previous name.
That's good to know. That's good to know for future contract signings that we may have.
Mm-hmm. Well, we both signed really, really long contracts with HBO Max.
We have, yeah, extensive.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know the reason I go by Jose Ruckus is to try to get out of the contract I have with HBO Max. Didn't work.
No.
Still here.
Makenna May, not my real name.
Nope.
I don't know my real name. I should have thought of that before I made the joke.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to Maximum Ruckus, the only podcast that holds its hosts in indentured servitude. That's probably not true, but whatever.
Not yet.
I'm your host, Jose Ruckus, a.k.a. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Joining me, as always, is Makenna, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt May.
What's up?
That's right. Her name is my name, too.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. That we can end the podcast now. This is 3-minute podcast.
Oh, that's it? That's all we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Puff Daddy for a little bit and then end the show?
Jingleheimer Schmidt. I mean, there's nowhere else we can go. That was the peak of HBO Max. Or Maximum Ruckus, I guess.
No, but we're under contract with HBO Max.
Shit, that's right. Yeah. That's
fair. Mac, it's been a rough weekend for the Mays.
Brutal weekend. Sunday, Cowboys played the Packers. The Packers destroyed the Cowboys. It's halftime. 27-0. Dude, I go past Campbell's room. She's in her room working on a puzzle. Tell her, better luck next year, And we'll see what happens. Then the Rams.
I'm super excited about that win, by the way, because I have been big on Jordan Love for a while.
Oh yeah, you can go back to our NBA preview, NFL preview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been saying this dude was going to be the next thing since he got drafted, because everybody was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they drafted this guy, Aaron Rodgers. He's the best. How are you going to try to replace him already?" And I was like, I think I see something in Jordan Love. Yeah. Guess what? He's awesome.
Oh yeah,
so, there you go.
He made it past the 4th snap in week 1.
Yeah.
So
something Aaron Rodgers never done.
No.
In a Jets uniform.
That is correct. Yes. Then we go to the Detroit and the Los Angeles. A lot of yelling was going on. Everyone ended up staying up late that night. I mean, it's a holiday the next day, but a lot of yelling. My father put him in as head coach, Brutal.
I mean, honestly, I think if I was your dad, I'd be happy with just like making it to the playoffs.
That's what he said. So when you texted me, I didn't tell you this. When you texted me that night about it being a bad night for the Mays, I told him that, and he said, Tell him at least we played today.
I mean, that's true. That's true. It was a big disappointment for the Seahawks this year. I hate to see him go, but glad Pete Carroll has finally been relieved of his duties.
Mr. Carroll.
I've been wanting him gone for like 6 years. So, but yeah, big disappointment for the Seahawks. But yeah, like the Rams shouldn't have been in the playoffs this year.
Oh yeah, no.
They were really, really bad last year, and for them to be able to like turn it around this quickly, Puka Nacua, really good, really good.
I love him. I should have worn his jersey. My dad got his jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's in. But yeah.
So shout out to the Rams, but yeah, they did get dog walked by the Lions.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out Joe Mertens.
Shout out the little known fact: Lions bigger than Rams. So I mean,
big Michigan stuff going on. I mean, Michigan wins the national championship.
Right.
Now the Lions win their first playoff game in like a billion years.
Yeah. Since I think before both of us have been alive. Right? Has it been 31 years?
That sounds right, but I'm not sure.
I think I saw like 30 or 31 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds, yeah.
Yeah. And
so yeah, shout out to Michigan.
Shout out to Michigan.
Wearing my Detroit.
Wearing your Michigan hat.
Yep.
I don't have a Michigan hat, I don't think.
My brother, big Michigan football fan.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's a 49ers fan. Jim Harbaugh was the coach of the 49ers for a long time. So when he went back, decided, gonna root for the Michigan.
Michigan. Yes, that is what I've heard. I keep thinking that Jim Harbaugh's last name is Jim Hardball. And I didn't realize
my God, Jim Hardball is such a cool name.
I didn't realize it wasn't until I saw it written out. It's like, well, that's a good last name, Turns out not his last name. And then of course, disappointing loss last night. The Birds versus the Bucks. Big sad. Yep. With Jason Kelsey.
Been falling apart for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah,
just like
not great. But we had that little Band-Aid trying to stick us together, and no, the Band-Aid got washed. We washed our hands one too many times with the same Band-Aid on, and it has fallen off. I don't know where that analogy came from.
So I've been meaning to ask, are you like officially an Eagles fan?
I think so. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah. Eagles are good. I mean, you picked a bad time to join the Eagles,
Yeah.
They're good, so not like a bad time for you, but like bandwagoning, But you're from Philadelphia, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's how I am about all of the Philly teams. I only know things because of where I worked. If I lived somewhere else with teams, I would root for them as well. Like that's, why I like the Rams because of association. Not the Cowboys. I refuse to like the Cowboys.
Oh, bad team.
Bad team. Shit team.
Only bad people root for the Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying, That's why we had kicked Campbell out of the house, She's out of here.
Yep.
That's what happens. Her and Mike McCarthy. Out.
Ugh, gross.
I know.
Mike McCarthy. Fun Jim Harbaugh story for you.
Oh, yes, Mr. Harbaugh.
So Jim Harbaugh used to be an NFL quarterback. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh, okay.
No. Started with, I think, the Bears and then moved around to a couple different teams or whatever. But he was once in the early 2000s, I want to say.
Good time.
No, this would have been, late 90s, maybe like 97 or so.
Oh, not familiar.
I'm trying to remember. So he was the quarterback for the Colts.
Okay.
Shout out Jim Tasty.
Oh, yes. Colts.
Got upset with a reporter, I think like a sideline reporter. I know who the reporter was. We'll get to that. I don't know totally about the altercation, but he punched the reporter in the face.
Oh.
And I think broke his hand, broke a bone in his hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The reporter was former Buffalo Bills quarterback Jim Kelly,
Oh,
who went to 4 Super Bowls, lost all 4 of them.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, in a row.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
brutal.
4 years in a row. Jim Harbaugh broke his hand punching Jim Kelly, who was doing sideline reporting, I think, at the time. And then I believe that them losing Jim Harbaugh to a suspension and the broken hand is what had the Colts like kind of slide backwards and lose a bunch of games, and then they ended up getting Peyton Manning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
It all comes around.
Yeah.
Mr. Manning, he be out there doing things. Wow.
But yeah,
I like how that all works.
Jim Harbaugh punched out Jim Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Leads to Peyton Manning at the Colts. That's fun. Well, not for Jim Kelly, but or Mr. Harbaugh's hand.
I mean, it worked out good for Jim Harbaugh.
Oh yeah.
Jim Kelly, just a sad man. What's he famous for? Losing 4 Super Bowls in a row and then getting punched in the face by Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, okay.
Poor
yeah,
guy.
that might not have been good. So on Saturday, when the Texans played, my sister and I were watching the game at the diner during dinner, and it came up like those stats, and you know how sometimes they have to abbreviate the stats to like have them all fit on the graphic. For about 2 seconds, I really thought there was a stat called tickles, because tackles was shortened.
Really?
And I thought, that's not, I was going to say Tobias Harris, but he plays for the Sixers. Mr. Harris, yes. Christian Harris. I thought he was real big in tickles. That is in fact not the case.
Thought he had 6.5 tickles on the night.
yeah. I was trying to figure out how he got that half tickle. Maybe one for an armpit. Yeah, I'm learning football. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, no, you're figuring it out.
We'll get there eventually, maybe. But yeah, football. Tough weekend.
So let's see. I don't think I have a main topic for this podcast. This is just going to be a kind of hanging out episode,
Chit and chat, if you will.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You gotta be careful with that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, don't want to say shit and chat.
Great stuff.
Quality content. But yeah,
you know what's been driving me crazy lately, Makenna?
Tell me what's been driving you crazy, Brandon.
Advertising.
Oh, we're coming back to advertisements. Okay, go
on. Okay, so this is gonna be a long walk to get to where I actually want to go with this.
Hit me.
In fact, I'm gonna write down what it is I actually want to talk about, so I don't forget.
That's you're a very smart man. Because I too have gone down long walks and gotten lost and just had to stop.
So, advertising kind of like for the last 5 years, maybe a little bit more, I've been like hyper aware of the advertising around me in a way that's been like, don't like it at all, Makenna.
Yeah.
I hate being advertised to.
Yeah, right.
Because the trade-off of advertising, right, is that they're putting out a thing intentionally to try to get your money from you, right? And so they lie to you. They do all kinds of things. It's very bad.
It is bad.
And part of that is I very rarely watch movie trailers anymore.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Not because I'm not like excited for movies or I don't want to spoil things for myself, but I can't watch a thing knowing that like they're trying to sell me something. It drives me crazy. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And like, so like whenever one of these like things pops off, right? you get a bunch of people on the Twitter excited about like being advertised to. That's the only way that I can like view it in my mind. It's not like people are excited for like a movie that's coming out that they want or like a video game that's coming out that they want. It's that they're excited for the trailer. Like there has been this thing I've been seeing a lot lately where it's like people demanding companies to drop trailers for things. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen this?
Yeah, now that you mention it, that's interesting. I've never
Like
really
they're
thought
not
about it.
saying like, "Yo, put out the new Spider-Man movie." They're saying, "Give us the trailer for the new Spider-Man movie." That's
Wow.
weird to me.
That's very weird. I don't like that.
No, it's weird, right?
That's weird. Like, why would you ask for like a crumb of the cookie if you could have the whole cookie? What's up?
I feel like there was a point in time when I was younger where we were just excited to get the thing and not so much excited for the hype cycle building up to the thing.
Yeah.
To the point where I feel like these days people are more interested in the actual hype cycle of like trailer comes out, we get super excited for this movie, we like it whether it's good or not, right? Zack Snyder's Justice League, whatever it is, right? It just bothers me.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm very upset with the internet these days, you know?
No, I don't blame
And technology in general. Feels like it's bad for us.
Yeah. Yeah. It certainly seemed that way.
Yeah, so I do all of this to say,
What?
lately, when I'm getting ready for bed, some nights, if I need something to put on in the background, I will put on a retro ads compilation on YouTube.
Oh my god. That's awesome. Like, what era are you going for? Like, what are some of the ads?
So I mostly try to find things from the late 90s, early 2000s, right?
Okay.
Some of these ads I don't recognize, and it's weird to see them for the first time. Other ones, are the ads that we can all
Seared
name
into
off
your
the top
brain.
of our head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then some of them are ones that I completely forgot about.
Oh,
and now
love
I'm remembering
those.
them for the first time.
Ooh.
And those, that's the good stuff.
That is the good shit.
Because it's a fun way to, one, I'm not actually being advertised to. These products don't exist anymore.
No.
Right?
Well,
two,
yes.
I watched these things more than I watched any TV show.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like, honestly, the ad for Floam, I've probably seen more than anything else.
You say Floam?
You have Floam?
I have a story then about Floam and why I have Floam.
Okay.
Now. But keep. I'll tell you after. Or like I'll tell you in the podcast, but after you're done.
There's also like the knowledge that like, okay, so when I was a kid, I would see these commercials, but never get any of this stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Almost none of it.
No.
And now I can have any of this stuff, any of these things that I want. But as an adult, I'm also like, that's garbage. They were selling us garbage.
So bad.
So I do want to know, Makenna, like, what are the ads from like the early 2000s that are like big for you?
I loved those ones, and I feel like they were almost like a set just from how similar they were. The Of Glove, the Chia Pet, and the Clapper, and that random log.
You get so many Chia Pet ads when you do these ad compilations.
Yes.
Because there's thousands of them.
Oh my god, dude, there's still
Scooby Doo,
yes.
fucking
Richard Simmons.
Yeah,
there's so many. I just saw Chia Pets in the store the other. Like I forget about them, and then they like come back all of a sudden, and it's like, oh, I forgot they were a thing.
Chia.
The marker commercial where like you had the two markers and you twisted in the middle, and then they made like a new color. Oh
shit, yeah.
Yeah. Bendaroos, Floam, of course.
Floam.
I don't remember. This may have been a little bit after the early 2000s. But they were like Fazoodles. They were like pipe cleaners.
I just watched an ad for Fazzoodles
Oh.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yes. My sister and I love just saying Fazzoodles. Oh my god, wait. Oh, I just had one, but now it's gone. I feel like it was another, like, the markers were, like, not the ones that you twist, but, like, they were one color, and then you had, like, the white marker, and they turned into a different color.
Yeah, and we changed the color of the marker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Those were, we had those when
do
I
you
was
remember?
a kid.
Do you remember Pillow Pets?
Yes, it's a pillow, it's a pet, it's a pillow pet. Yes. I was one of those.
Now, what about Head On?
Head On.
Head On. Apply directly to the forehead. Do you remember this?
No,
This might be before your time.
Wait. Was it like, I do remember that. It's very vague, so it may have been
Like,
just the beginning of my memory.
Constantly throughout the ad, it would just be Head On. Apply directly to the forehead.
Yes, and it was like the roller thing or whatever.
Yeah. Which was like stop headaches or migraines or whatever.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Okay, so I've got a list of some of these early commercials. Mm-hmm. The Betty Crocker bacon fill.
Yes.
I wanted one of these fucking cakes so bad.
No, they look so good.
Like they put ice cream in them and stuff.
Yes. Wasn't there like a cheeseburger one too? Like a cheeseburger cake?
There was all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
So this is a subcategory of commercials. Mm-hmm. But the commercials for compilation albums.
Yes.
I mean, everybody knows these. So the one that drove me crazy for a long time was, I remember, not sure when this would have been. Definitely. Oh, actually, I can tell you exactly what year this was.
Okay.
Let me look this up. Mm-hmm. So this would have been around 2006.
Okay.
Ads for reissues of Bat Out of Hell 1 and 2.
Oh my god, it's so specific.
It's very specific. So they used to show. So one, no, I'd probably heard like I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that, right? Eminem's commercials, all that stuff.
Yeah.
No idea that's who Meatloaf was.
Right.
So Bat Out of Hell 3 was coming out in 2006. Mm-hmm. Jim Steinman, Meatloaf back together for the first time, in 10 plus years.
What a year.
And so they were selling reissues of, you would get 1, 2, and 3 all in one like collector's box or whatever. And the ads were like animated music videos of the dude on the album cover.
Oh, interesting.
And they would just play like snippets, like the big like roaring stuff from the songs and stuff. Like, so I didn't know what the albums were. I didn't know this was the I'll Do Anything for Love guy or whatever. I'm just like, what the fuck is this album? This looks like the coolest shit ever. And then, eventually I did listen to Bat Out of Hell much later. And it is very good. I really like Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell 3 sucks though.
Of course.
So.
Yeah. I don't remember that. Maybe if I saw it, if I watched it, but you reminded me of another one.
That was like really late night, like paid advertising on the cable.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to look. But you reminded me of the what was it, like maybe like 2004 Circuit City commercial with Just What I Needed by the Cars. I annoyed you with that every time someone I would say about it.
Yeah.
It's such a good. That's how I know about the Cars, was from that damn Circuit City commercial.
That's probably the first time I had heard the Cars too.
Oh, and here we are talking about it. Who would have thought?
Blow pens.
That was the one. Oh my god, that was the other one, because it was the bending the markers, and then the other markers with the white pen, and then freaking yes.
Let's see. The Big Top cupcakes and cookies. Yeah, Magic Bullet. We all know these.
Classic.
I don't remember this one. Haven't come across it, but pajama jeans.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, pajama? Oh my god, I can't spell pajama. Jeans. I think I do remember this commercial. I remember this commercial.
Do you remember Bumpits?
Yes. Yes, with the hair clip or whatever. Yes.
Where it was like a thing that would sit under your hair to give you like a fake,
the bump, yeah.
You know, that like big look that a lot of women had in the early youth. Do you think that we could get you a Bumpit and
I think we probably could.
A Bumpit on the podcast?
Yeah, I'll wear a Bumpit on the podcast. I'll figure that out.
And then let's see. I mean, to cap it off, the best of all time, Zoo Books.
Zoo Books, yes.
Zoo Books were the shit.
Dude, they really were. Oh my god. Bring back Zoo Books.
Bring back Zoo Books. They probably still have Zoo. We could probably buy Zoo Books.
Oh my god. Zoo Books. I'm looking. Oh my god. RangerRick.org. Give us Zoo Books, Ranger Rick. Oh my god, we still can. Delight your elementary and middle school children for ages 7+. We're 7+, and we can read.
I am. I have a credit card. I don't have to ask for my parents.
Exactly. Okay, so we could get Zoo Books, 9 issues for $15.
That seems like a good deal.
That does. All titles just $15 a year. There's a Ranger Rick title for every age.
Every age? So like I'm 29 now. They have one for 29?
7+.
Okay.
You're in the 7+ category. Please send the child below 1 full year of animal fun. Save 70% off. Oh
okay,
my god.
Here's the deal. Listeners of the podcast.
Yes.
Buy Makenna a year of Zoo Books. Somebody do this.
I will come back and give my
one of the
review.
Trusted members of the podcast. We will set Makenna up a P.O. box if it's one of the non-trusted members of the podcast. But we will get Makenna some Zoo Books.
I want Zoo Books. Give us Zoo Books. And then when we have the Zoo Books at TwitchCon, I'll pass them off to you so then you can enjoy the Zoo Books as well.
Makenna will sign the Zoo Books.
Sign the Zoo Books.
And we will mail them to you after she's done reading them.
Yes. And they will be certified Makenna Zoo Books. Ranger Egg Zoo Books. Ranger Makenna. Oh my god. Just the logo brings back so many memories.
Dreamed of having Zoo Books as a kid.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Gotta have them.
What's the recording time we're at right now?
We're at 28:14.
28:14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brayden somehow predicted that I will have to go to the bathroom on this podcast eventually. The week afterwards, I do have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So, you want to like set right here? We'll cut.
Yes.
Pick it up in a second.
Yes, no problem. Go piss, girl. Welcome back.
Okay, so I had like one other kind of topic that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be interested to find this out because I feel like my generation might have been the last to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you spend much time as a kid listening to the radio?
Yes. I still do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still listen to the radio?
Yeah, oh, you can't see it. It's behind that orca plushie right there. But I listen to a radio every night when I go to bed.
Every night?
Every night since I was a kid. I've had
what
that
do you
radio.
listen to?
I listen to classic rock. So I've since I was in high school, classic rock. When I was in like middle school, I listened to like the pop current shit channel.
Okay.
And then growing up, we listened to country.
Do you have a favorite radio station?
Yes.
Because there's like, I mean, here there's like 3 classic rock stations
That's
now.
how there used to be like one, and then another channel got taken over, and I switched to that one because the other one was out one night, and I keep forgetting to switch it back. But it's a good channel. So I mean, they play Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy Joel. So I mean, I'll keep listening to it.
I feel like every classic rock radio station's basically the same.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Do they play Keep On Rockin' by Steve Miller Band?
Yes, they
very
do.
often?
Yes.
Okay, I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
because I feel like that was a Northern California thing. I always wondered because it played here a lot on the classic rock station.
Oh yeah.
And of course, you know, it's got the line Northern California where the girls are warm.
Yes.
So I assumed that they were like, oh, that's like a Northern California.
That's us.
thing.
Yeah.
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 But no, it's good. It's good to know that that's getting played other places too. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. At least
I
in
love
Central
Steve
Pacific.
Miller.
Oh, I feel like if I don't know who a song's by, I just assume it's Steve Miller because that's like, it's like, it's Steve Miller. He'd be out there doing a lot of things. And
really
the band. When I was in high school, my around Halloween, my one teacher would play like a Halloween CD, and Abracadabra was on it. So every time that song comes on the radio, I send it to my friend in that class, and it's like, oh, we're back in apps class.
Okay, so I have a similar one, which is that one of my history teachers in high school had a playlist that had almost all of John Fogerty's first album on it.
Oh my god!
Which had like The Old Man Is Down the Road, right?
Yeah.
And so like whenever I hear whenever I hear those John Fogerty songs, I just like send them to my friends from that class. And I'm just like, we listen to these so much.
Exactly. It like brings back a certain smell too. It's like, oh
yeah,
this is it. 14 again. Trying to.
So like what like the radio station that you listen to the most?
Yeah.
What radio station was it?
Right now it is 93.
Because they've all got weird names.
Yeah, the one is I believe it's let me double check because I'm between two because for some reason I can't think of it. It's 96.1 WSOX Socks.
Nice.
Susquehanna Valley's greatest hits. That's us.
So now I listen to mostly the classic rock stations or sports radio if I do turn the radio on, which is almost never these days. Yeah. I'm not a radio guy anymore.
Not a Radiohead?
But when I was a kid, teenager, actually, no, like when I was a kid too, and into my teens, the big thing was 106.7 Z-Rock, Makenna.
Ooh. Fancy.
Z-Rock was the shit back in the day. Everybody
like
listened to the Z-Rock. I mean, rock kids listen to Z-Rock.
Of course.
94.7 was like the top 40 hits around here.
Okay.
Never listened to it.
No. That's interesting because we listened to 94.9 was the country station we listened to. Very close.
So I was thinking about this the other day. I got really nostalgic for the radio because I really just I've documented my struggles on this podcast with finding music these days.
Yes.
Right? Spotify, they give me these daily mixes, and it just feels like it's the same shit every single day.
Right.
I do kind of just want the experience that I had as a teenager of turning on the radio and just classic rock radio. Just like, let me listen to classic rock radio for a while. I'll get some Bruce Springsteen. I'll get some Tom Petty.
Yeah.
It'll all be mixed. They're professionals. They're not gonna play Tom Petty and then Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers back to back. That's not gonna happen to me.
No.
I won't have the choice to skip a song. I'll listen to a song and be like, you know what? That was a good song.
Gotta suck it up and listen to it. Interesting.
And yeah, I was just getting nostalgic for the days as a teenager listening to the radio. And did you ever listen to like specific programming blocks on a radio station?
So we would, on the way to school every morning growing up, would be like the morning show on 94.9. And I believe it was every Wednesday they would like prank call someone. And like, we always talked about, we always like wanted to do it to my uncle. Because it'd be like, he would have to get bleeped out so much and all this stuff. And like, I remember, because they would play like the Ring My Bell song before it. Yeah, I remember that so vividly. Every time I hear that song, I'm like, that's Nancy and Newman. That's when they would prank call someone, you know?
We could prank call your uncle.
We could. He has no random California number calling him, you know?
That's one space of the radio,
Mhm.
because podcasts obviously took over the radio, right?
Right. Mhm.
Podcast, Spotify. I
Yeah.
feel like that's one section podcasts haven't taken from, your
Mhm.
morning zoo
Mhm.
is the prank call
It's
section.
the prank call section. We should start it back up. Prank call our friends.
So when I was a teenager in high school,
Mhm.
I remember my freshman year of high school, especially. I remember this. After lunch
Mhm.
would be art class. That's when
Ooh.
I had my art period.
Mhm.
Which was a lot of slackers hanging out. We had a really cool teacher, Miss Williams. Shout out Miss
Shout
Williams.
out.
Liz, that's her
Ooh.
name. She was awesome. She was super into music and stuff. Really cool. Introduced me to a lot of cool bands and stuff. So we would get into art period after lunch,
Mhm.
and Z-Rock would start a programming block called the Grunge at Lunch.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Which is, it's just like 90s,
Yeah.
alternative music
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would listen to that every single day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um,
Yes.
I miss it. I miss it so much.
Oh my god. It like hearing the voices of like the DJs as well, I'm sure would bring back so many memories. It's just like, ooh, it's back, baby.
You know what really blows my mind?
Hmm.
Is that the stuff that I used to listen to on the Z-Rock is now the stuff that gets played on the classic rock channel.
I was listening to one station. I had to switch it because there used to be another classic rock channel. They played like Mr. Brightside one time, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this isn't it. No, please
Like,
no.
I was listening to the classic rock station and they're playing like Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
Nirvana,
Mhm.
Pearl Jam and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's contemporary, right?
Please God, not yet. Well, there's another popular station around here, Wink 104, that we in my dad's car we would listen to it, and there was one DJ on there, and my dad blew my mind. And so there is an anchor, and then I was in band at school, and there was one other euphonium, Dallas, and I went home. I was like, there's this other euphonium player. He's been teaching me the ropes of band and everything. I was in like 4th grade, and my dad was like, his mom is the DJ on Wink 104. Blew my freaking mind. I was like, get out, this is a local celebrity, because she would like go to all the events and everything. Turns out then, 5 years later, when I'm in high school and I become friends with Dallas again, my uncle took his mom to prom in high school. So it's just like all connected.
Living in a small town kind of rules sometimes.
I know, right?
So funny.
Everyone knows everyone. It's great. But yeah, I do miss just like driving in the car with the radio on. Just like you're stuck with the channel or you switch it to something else. But
yeah, I need to get some better music habits and get some stuff mixed up, because I feel like a lot of stuff just falling through the cracks these days for me musically.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing songs that I used to like a lot.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah. I miss burning CDs.
Man, so so before I got, man, this actually wasn't even, would have been 5 years ago now. I bought my car that I have now. First time I like bought a car from like a dealership or whatever, got like a newish car. Before that, it would be like I would go to Craigslist, buy a car for $1,000 and drive it until it like completely fell apart.
Exactly.
And so for a long time, my cars never had Bluetooth in it. It only had CDs.
Yeah.
So I was burning CDs still like crazy until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I miss it a lot. I would probably, once I got into high school, I stopped doing the mixed CDs for myself. I would make mixed CDs for other people,
Ooh, right.
But not for my, like, I would just pull full albums and just listen to albums all the way through.
Oh yeah.
I remember in the last car I had, I gave this car to my older brother now, so he has these CDs. I had the Pixies Doolittle.
Ooh, okay.
I had the White Stripes De Style.
Very nice.
I had the Beatles Rubber Soul.
Ooh.
And Frank Ocean's Blonde, I think, was the other album that was in the
Okay.
car
Wow.
at the time.
What
I
a
gave my brother that
collection.
car. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, similarly, my mom's old car, it was an '07, I think. And it doesn't have Bluetooth or anything. And so we would either listen to the radio, or if we can convince her, she had like the 6 CD changer or whatever. So, and those CDs, and now
Ooh,
I drive it.
those were cool.
Those were cool. Now I drive it. And every once in a while I'm like, I'm just gonna turn a CD on. This is fun.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. But yeah,
I kind of feel like they make it so hard now. I kind of feel like I just want us to go back to buying albums.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And just having all the albums on my phone the way I did back in the day. And
Mhm.
I had more music than I could ever listen to back in the day.
That's how
And now I just like, I have even more music and I listen to the same
Yep.
6 playlists over and over again.
Yeah.
I need better music listening habits.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same. Like before I got Spotify, so like in high school, I would just like buy like $5 CDs at like the FYE or whatever, or like dollar CDs, and just like load those onto my phone. And then like I dug out all my dad's old CDs from. He was in a CD club in the '90s, so we just got boxes, man. So I like took some of those, and we be bopping out. That was a good time. I got real familiar with iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in, having to add the artwork in yourself.
Yes. Yeah. There are so many.
Trying to find good. So I used to think trying to find good album artwork was pretty difficult back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, usually you get the Wikipedia. Sometimes the Wikipedia would have like a really bad quality one.
Yes.
You had to go track down something else. These days, actually, just from going and trying to like share album covers on Twitter that I do occasionally, finding high quality album artwork is insanely hard.
Really? Is it
If it's not like a new album that's been put out, like if you just go to Google Images and search like an old album, the quality that you will find
so
for these
sad.
album covers is so bad.
Oh my! I think
You
that's
put it
our
on Twitter,
mission.
it looks terrible.
That's our mission now, is to get good quality album.
Yeah,
art.
that's our business. Is I'm gonna do high quality scans of old albums.
Yes. Break out all your old CDs. We're scanning them in.
So 2 things.
Yes.
1, the other album that I had in the car
yes.
was Her Wallpaper Reverie by the Apples in Stereo.
Whoa, wow.
Great album. Check it out.
Okay.
2, update on a previous story, Makenna.
Oh, yes, please tell me.
It's not Steely Dan's year.
Oh, God. It's only been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks, but you know what it is, Makenna?
What is
It's the Talking Heads year.
It's the Talking Heads year. Oh, my gosh.
I've been listening to the Talking Heads, and I like the Talking Heads. I like them a lot.
Oh, I'm so curious now. Let me make a note for what is on the sticky note. Why is there? Oh, these are my Jurassic Park notes. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna ask you next time. Is it still Talking Heads year? Don't worry.
No, it will be still. I'm
gonna ask you.
I'm in the spiral already. We're
okay,
there.
no, that's fair. I don't have to. You told me you're in the spiral. That's all I need to know.
Do you want me to give you a couple Talking Head songs to listen to?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm assuming you know Psycho Killer from
Yes.
like Rock Band, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore that one.
Okay.
Love Has Come to Town.
Okay.
First song off their first album, great.
Ooh. Okay.
Life During Wartime.
Life during wartime. Okay.
And Take Me to the River.
Okay. Take me to the river. Okay. I will listen
And
to that.
maybe this will be a Talking Heads year for you too.
Yeah, they might be. It's Take Me to the River. Ooh. Not Al Green. Okay, there we go. Turns out a lot of people Take Me to the River. Also, The Commitments.
Yeah.
I thought this was the Commodores at first, but it's not. Okay, I will listen to that. And maybe it will also be Talking Heads year.
Yeah,
Who knows?
perhaps.
Perhaps.
Um,
Maximum Ruckus, a Talking Heads podcast.
I want to read some comments from the last
yes,
episode
please
that we
do,
did
please
with
do.
Braden Charisma. We reviewed The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic.
So let's see. We got Aaron Roots. Makenna tries so hard not to make herself laugh at 26 minutes and 24 seconds. I went and watched that one back, and yeah, you like said a joke to yourself that we all missed.
Oh, it's all the time in my head.
Dakota Custom Full. I would join a Jose Ruckus cult.
Oh, there
Good
you
to
go.
know.
You already got one
Good to
member.
know we got some members out there. Gonna mail some nail bombs to people.
And zoo books.
Also, big Pachycephalosaurus fan. Best dino. I can't read those Latin animal names. I think I did an okay job.
Yeah, no, you did a lot better than I did when I first read that comment.
And then we got Floby.
Oh,
The
Toby.
T-Dog.
T-Bone. T-Bone. T-Top. T-O-B-Y.
Green tea. Great content. Much wow.
Oh, thank you, Toby.
Thanks, Toby.
Was that from like Thursday or something?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Oh.
That's what it says on YouTube.
Is that when I talked to him? Because we had one. I know he at least watched some of it because there was one dislike on it and I told him about it and I was like, oh, Braden's got a hater. And he's like, where's the hater? He was like on him, he thought it was in the comments. But thank you, Toby. Appreciate it.
We love you, Toby.
Yeah, I love you, Toby.
That's going to do it for this week's Maximum Ruckus. If you want to leave a comment on this video that we'll read out on the next episode, let us know what radio station was your favorite. 106.7 Z-Rock. Did you listen to that one? Probably not. It's exclusive to Northern California. It'd be weird if you did. You can follow us at Maximum Ruckus, at Max Ruckus Vids on Twitter, and at the actual @ Max Ruckus Vids on YouTube. We're also streaming occasionally Maximum Ruckus, twitch.tv/Maximum Ruckus. That's us.
Oh, I actually pointed the right way this time. You're that way.
I think we're gonna get back to Maximum Ruckus reviews next week.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited.
Don't know who the guest is gonna be, but they'll pick the movie. You know how it works.
That's how it be.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Then be the
Is there anything else we're supposed to do at the end of the podcast?
No. I don't think so.
Well, then until next time, keep the ruckus to a minimum.